my name is Felicia and I'm 9 years old. Today, my mummy is going to be teaching me how to make a skater skirt. Okay, first I'm going to fold it into 2 equal halves.
But before we fold, what's the measurement of the fabric?
The width is...
The length?
The length, is 58 inches, and the length,
No,
the width, is, since we're going to fold it in 2, it's going to be 28 per half, but in total it is 56 inches.
Okay. So you're going to fold it into 2. Okay. So first of all, you're going to take the measurement of your waist.
Okay. That is 32 inches.
32 inches, okay. So what we're going to do now is you're going to fold this into another half. You're going to fold it across.
Okay.
Okay. And make sure all the parts, all the ends are evenly aligned. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this to the ironing board and I'm going to press down all the edges. Okay, so we've pressed the fabric and now we need to cut our waistline. Now this is, you've measured that, and what was your waistline?
My waistline was 32 inches.
Okay, so in order to get that, what we need, remember we folded the fabric into another 2, okay? This is where we're going to need to work out. What do we need to work out?
The radius.
Okay, so what's the radius?
The radius...
Of the circle?
A radius of the circle is the distance between the center point of the circle and the outside of the circle.
Okay.
And the radius will be the same throughout the entire circle.
Right, okay. So remember you mentioned center point of the circle. Can you identify where the center point of the circle is?
The center point of the circle will be this edge because there's folds on every side. So if we cut it here, then you unfold it to be a circle.
Fantastic. Okay. Now, I'm going to introduce another concept here. Or we're going to call it pi.
Okay.
You haven't done pi, that's fine. Now, pi is 3.14, okay?
3.14. Okay.
Don't worry. But we're going to use 6.28, that's pi times 2. So that's 3.14 times 2, which is 6.28. Don't worry, okay? Just know we're going to use 6.28. So what we're going to do now is we're going to divide your waistline, which was how many?
32 inches.
32 inches. So we're going to divide 32 inches by 6.28, okay? So, and we have 5.09. So we're just going to round it up, and let's just work with 5. Okay? Let's work with 5. So what you're going to do now is take your tape and stick it at the center point and measure 5 inches.
Okay. Then I'll just mark it with the chalk.
So in order to get an arc, a perfect arc, you're going to measure
Oopsie daisy.
Still keeping your tape on the center point, you're going to measure another 5 inches. Okay, make sure it's straight. You don't want it bent. Okay, so yeah, just pin that down with your finger. Okay, keep the fabric straight and measure another 5. Yeah, and then there as well, 5 here.
Okay.
Okay, and you want to do this side as well. Now you need to keep that tape straight. So 5 here. Okay, and just take that to the end there, keeping it straight. Make sure your tape is straight. Measure 5 there.
Okay.
So mark that point.
Okay.
So that's 5. So what you want to do is join all the points now, and that would form an arc. All right, join all the points to form an arc. Now, you've kind of like, so when you join, if you hold that phone for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So you need to be careful when you're joining the points, okay? Do you see that? So, yeah.
That's why it didn't quite look right.
Okay. Okay. Great. So what you're going to do now is get your scissors,
Yes. My scissors.
and then you're going to cut the arc.
Okay.
Great. Okay. So that's your so open that up.
Okay.
Not that the one, the bigger fabric. Put that aside. Put that away. Open that up just to show, not completely.
Okay.
So that would be
So
your,
we have a perfect semicircle.
yeah, we have a perfect semicircle. Okay, fold it again.
Okay. Fold it back up.
So what we're going to do now is we need to get the length, what length you want for your skirt. So what I'm going to do is,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to put the camera down very briefly. Okay. Sorry about that. So we've measured the length and it's 20 inches, right? So what we're going to do, because it's a skater skirt is round, it's like a circle skirt. We're going to measure, again, we're going to get another arc. So you're going to take the point here,
Right here. Okay.
yeah,
And
and
then
measure
20.
20.
Ooh.
Now we are going to complete the skirt. Initially, we thought we were going to use a zip, but we have two choices. We can either use a waistband or we can use a zip. We cut the skirt because we're going to put a zip, but we've changed our minds. We're not going to be using a zip because if you can't sew really well, putting a zip might be difficult. So for the kids' classes, we're going to split it in two. For those who've sewn before, they can use a zip, and those who are doing it for the first time would use a waistband because it's not as difficult as putting a zip. So we're going to do the waistband on this one, and then we're going to do a second skirt where we'll be using a zip. So Belichi is just going to close up the seams which we'd cut before. So take it away.
Yeah. I like that because I can't even see where I stitched. Well, I can.
Right, so Bellucci's sewn the sides. Now, if you notice, the round the waist, it's really rough around the edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to my overlocking machine and just give it a quick tidy up so the edges look really neat and tidy. Right, so we've done that, and yeah, the edges look quite neat now. Get a bit of focus on that. Yes, so that looks a lot better now that we've overlocked the edges. So we're just going to move on to the next stage of attaching the waistband.
Ooh.
So Bellucci is sewing on the waistband now. That's not moving.
I thought it was.
Right, do you want to go try it on now?
Okay. Shall I take off the set?
Okay, I'll take. All right, so there is Bellucci. Go back a bit, and her skater skirt. The brown bits with the white stripes. That's the visible elastic band. Turn around. There we go. Turn around again. Yeah. So there we go. That's our skater skirt. Let's see again one more time. No, you don't need to come so close. So that's your skater skirt. Isn't that lovely? Let's see it again. Great. So we still have children's classes available. I think we have one on the 10th. So if you want your girls to learn how to make a skater skirt, they can get themselves booked on our classes for the Easter holiday. And we look forward to seeing you. Bye. Say bye-bye.